Well, hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope the week is going well for you. It's always kind of weird the week between Christmas and New Year's, isn't it? Because it's kind of like a no man's land. Like around here, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised, but there's not a lot going on in town. Not a lot of traffic on the road, so people must be taking vacations. But anyhow, today this video is about I want you to join me for practical raw vegan weight loss tips in 2023. That is, if you need to lose some weight. I see it coming right now. I know what everybody's going to do. I posted something. It was kind of sarcastic. It was kind of ironic. I meant it ironically the other day, and I posted on Instagram. Okay, what gimmicks are you going to be doing in January? And some people didn't really get the joke. They kind of were, oh, well, I'm doing this. I'm going to do a cleanse. I'm going to work with this, and I'm like, all right, good luck with that. Because I guarantee, and I want some of you folks to file this one away. Some of you that are already, I'm going to do my cleanse. I'm going to do a juice feast or fast after the holidays. Just file this away and think about it later when everything goes off the rails and you don't exactly get the results from that. But no, I'm going to start sharing a lot of just practical stuff. I've been sharing more and more and more over on my Facebook page. I said page. The reason I say page 3 times is it's kind of a scientific thing, that something about threes, that if you repeat something, it'll sink in. People always go over there, and there's always a few that go to my group. I haven't really used the group. I do have a group, but I haven't even posted anything there probably even this whole year. So it's the page. But go join me there, and I'm just going to try to post more practical tips on a more regular basis. And a lot of them, even though I'm talking about weight loss, these are just good nutritional tips because you can't separate the two. And I've been trying to say that for the past 9 years, however long I've been doing these videos, that if you eat for your health, that weight is going to work itself out. I guarantee you on that. One of the biggest mistakes people make, and they don't really grasp this, they don't understand this, or maybe they just, I don't know, maybe whatever. But you have to satisfy your nutritional needs as well as satisfying the amount of calories you need to get based on your body size and your activity level. And a good example of this is, everybody should be able to relate to this. Have you ever like just eaten a bunch of junk food or a bunch of garbage or binge ate or maybe just a normal way of eating on the standard American diet? I remember back years and years ago, a lot of times before I went vegan, that I would have days where, I just kind of like said, okay, well, I've already eaten bad, so I'm just going to eat bad all day. And I could consume ungodly amounts of food. I remember back when I lived in Destin, Florida in the 90s, I remember days, and I was a heavy partier then, so sometimes it was soaking up the booze, but I remember some days, literally, I'm not exaggerating here, I'd go up to I forget what the grocery store there was. I think it was a Winn-Dixie. I'd get a bucket of chicken. I'd get like an 8-piece of chicken. I'd eat the whole bucket of chicken. I would eat a half gallon of ice cream. I would eat a pizza in there. I would make a box of macaroni and cheese. I usually had some bread and some stuff around the house, so I just make sorted sandwiches in between. But I just kept eating and eating and eating and eating. And once I started, kind of taking like paying attention to my health and eating in a certain way and actually like getting some of the nutrition, I really understood that. Because, like I say, it's not just enough to feed, our stomachs the amount of calories. If we're not getting that nutrition, we're going to always be wanting something. We're always going to be kind of just chasing. Now, here's the thing. I was a fat kid. So I got a little bit, I lost weight between the 6th grade and the 7th grade. But even after that, and I was a real fat kid. I probably I probably wear the same or smaller pants now than I did in the 5th grade. But even after I lost that weight, I still kind of had that tendency, and I was eating a standard American diet. So through college, I weighed 245 pounds. I wasn't obese. I wasn't like hugely fat because I worked out a lot. point being, I'm not that guy. I don't have the super metabolism, or I didn't have the super metabolism when I ate, standard American diet. And I had to do the same things. So a lot of this stuff just doesn't resonate. And I know I know the number one phrase everybody says, everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. And that is true up to a certain extent. But I always ask these, if then, why this? Like, why are we the only animals? Like, every other animal is in sync. If you eat what your body is supposed to eat, it's going to find its stable point. So the reason I talk about me being fat is I come from that background. So, a lot of this stuff, when people say, well, I can't do that, or this is that, I'm like, no, that's BS. You're just eating things that you shouldn't be eating. And this, you're just not telling people, or either it's not registering. That's why I'm always saying, let's do a food journal. That's something I think I might share over there too. Might even let people share some of their food journals, and maybe I can help you through that food journal. And once again, pay attention to what I am saying to you. I'm very simple about this stuff, and I say these things over and over because there's always somebody that's watching for the first time, and people don't tend to pay attention. I get questions that I'm like, do you watch my videos? I'm like, you're asking a question that you ask a professor or somebody that's not like me. I just do this stuff. I haven't taken courses. I haven't taken all this and that. I can't sit here and rattle off all the rules and the laws of the raw vegan or the whole food plant-based. I just know what has worked for me over the years. And like I say, when people see what I do, how I do, what I think, and I'm not saying I'm right, other people are wrong, mine is the only way. I'm just saying is you don't go to what am I trying to say? You don't go to a car mechanic and ask him to come fix your refrigerator or your air conditioner. In other words, that's just not my thing. Another thing too, I've eaten bananas over the last 10 years. I was thinking about it the other day, and this is a conservative estimate. Over the last 10 years, I guarantee you, I have averaged 10 bananas a day for 10 years. Now, I'm saying that's conservative because, there have been times in Costa Rica and here in the States when I've eaten as many as I'll eat 15, 20 bananas in a day. I don't do that quite as many anymore, but people will write to me and say, I don't eat bananas. What do I do instead? Or I'll make an ice cream. I'm like, they'll be like, what can I substitute for this? Now I know, make sure you understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't do this lifestyle if you don't eat bananas, or you can't make ice cream if you don't eat bananas. I'm saying that's what I know. I'm like, I'm not going to write a term paper. I'm not going to go out and do your research for you. I'm not going to go out and research things that I'm not doing so I can present you with 3 different alternatives on how to do this. I just say go and find people that resonate with you. If what I'm saying resonates with you, come along. But I will guarantee you this, I don't need to lose weight. I kind of wish I had weight to lose so I could just show you, because I can lose weight like that. If I decided I wanted to, I could start today and I could lose 10 pounds easily within 2 weeks. I got no doubts about this. I don't need to lose weight. I don't have 10 pounds to lose, so I'm not going to do it. But it's just a matter of eating the right things. You definitely don't want to restrict yourself on what you're eating. That is never going to work. And I'll finish with this. I lost weight on this lifestyle and I was never hungry. That's the one appeal about doing it like this. I really want you to think about that. For 10 years, I've never been hungry on this lifestyle. And I never, if I'm hungry, it's not been like before when I ate a standard American diet or whatever, or I was dieting, because I dieted like everybody else. I would yo-yo up and down, not big. This is something too, I always wonder, and it kind of kept me from ever blowing out of control. Do other people not have a ceiling on their weight? My whole life, I've had a ceiling, maybe not on an actual number amount, but I've had a ceiling okay, you notice you're gaining a little weight, you gain 10 pounds, things are getting a little tighter, you look in the mirror. Well, after about a certain amount, I was always like, okay, that's it, can't go any further than that. But anyhow, it's all really just practical stuff. eating the food that your body needs to eat. But anyhow, we're going to just stop it right there. But if you're interested, just come over to my page. Like I say, I don't have a program set up or anything like that. I'm just going to try to just, if I'm going to try to do it daily. I probably won't do it daily. Let's say I'll probably do it 4 or 5 times a week, but just share little practical tips. Some of them can be as simple as, I'll go ahead and give one right now, although I'll share it later. It's just drinking water. I noticed that when you're hydrated, even though I don't have a problem and I can eat anytime I want to, sometimes I do realize that I'm not real when I'm starting to get a little itchy. I'm not really hungry. I just need to drink. So anyhow, hope you guys will join me. I'm sure I'm going to do. I don't think this is going to be my last video of the year, but you never know. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you here probably tomorrow or Saturday. Peace.